Welcome to the live stream. This is the Dream Clairvoyant. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Happy Sunday to everyone. And I hope you're all doing well. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the channel, for the live stream readings, the screen is intentionally blacked out, okay? And that's because in my live streams, I simply relay channel messages to you. But if I do end up using the cards, I will always show you the cards, okay? Hi, everyone. Y'all, welcome in. I have a short and sweet message. And yes, it's going to be short and sweet this time around because I have to take a trip somewhere. But I have a message for you all. The Lord just put a very powerful message on my heart, and I am so excited. I'm so excited to relay this message to you guys. This message is that you are no longer the target. Your enemies are targeting each other. Move out the way. This is not your battle. It was never your battle. God used you as bait. Some of you guys were put in situations where you attracted the worst of the worst people. You attracted enemies upon enemies, betrayers upon betrayers, murderers upon murderers. You attracted criminals. You attracted certain people who have been raging war on innocent people, but it stops with you. You are no longer the target, and you never were the real target. You laid out a trap. You were a trap for these people. Okay, you were used as bait, and you attracted certain evil, dark-spirited people to you. And you did an excellent job. What I'm hearing from the Lord is you really, it's almost like you were on a mission, and this mission was just to attract certain people, places, and things. And it was a dangerous position. But one thing I know about God is that He does not send you on missions without protection. Okay, without equipping you with the right tools and resources, the right form of protection, the right form of wisdom, gifts, and insight. All right, so many of you guys, like I said earlier, you were used as bait. Some of you guys have even been in situations where you were gang stalked. You had the community against you. You had family and friends and lovers against you. You felt like the whole world was against you, and maybe that was the case. But one thing I know is that for as long as God is with you, absolutely no one can be against you, at least not successfully. But as these people were plotting on you, as they were setting an ambush for you, what they didn't realize is you are the trap. They were setting a trap for you, but they didn't realize that you are the trap. Okay. And some of you guys need to understand that you were never the real target, they were. All right. Some of these people thought that they had ambushed you, but no, you had actually ambushed them. It's almost like I see someone here who lured certain people, or you attracted certain people towards you. And it's like I see them circling around you. Okay, I see one person in the middle, and they're surrounded by these evil, wicked people, right? But now what God is about to do is remove you. God is about to remove you from the ambush, and these people are going to be ambushed. Does that make sense, you guys? This was all part of the divine plan. Some of you guys, you had enemies who saw you, and they thought that you were alone. Maybe you were lonely, but you were not alone. Maybe they saw that you were vulnerable. Maybe they saw that you were very kind in spirit, that you were soft-hearted, that you were compassionate. And so they saw you as someone who was naive. They mistook your compassion for being naive. They mistook your kind heart, your morals, your values, and your integrity for being naive. But what they didn't know is that they were the ones who were naive, because they plotted on the wrong person, you guys. Some of you guys may not have people here in the physical world who support you. You may not have people actual people who supported you and protected you, but in the spirit realm, you have God and teams of guardian angels who have been guiding you and protecting protecting you. But when these people, when your enemies were looking at you, they were not looking at you spiritually. They were looking at you in flesh and body. And they thought that you were the perfect prey. They thought that you were the perfect person for them to plot on, for them to target you. They thought that you were the perfect person for them to prey on. They preyed on you, PREY, like the predator that they are. But what they don't realize is you intentionally played a particular role to lure them in. And now that you have lured all of them in, God is about to do something so, so, so divinely spectacular. Because what I heard from the Lord is you are free. Go, move away, get out of the way. God is now stepping in to handle these people. Your job was just to lure them in. Your enemies are fighting amongst themselves, and I'm going to further elaborate that. So many of your enemies had a common goal. Okay. The common goal, the reason why they even came together, the reason why they even put heads together to go against you is because you were the common goal. They were all trying to take you out, right? At the time you were the target. But now that you're being removed out of the situation, they don't have your energy to feed off. You're not you're not there for them to use as a punching bag. You're not there for your energy is not there for them to use you as a scapegoat. The reason why they gathered against you is because of you. Their common goal, their common interest was you. But now that you're being removed out of the equation, they are now targeting each other. They're now hating each other and fighting each other. But that was the plan. These people were taking you to be naive, but what they don't realize is they are the naive ones. They are the foolish ones. All right. What I'm hearing from the Lord for many of you, and please, please, please discern this message. This message is not for everyone. It's not for, 7 billion people that's on this earth. It's just for particular people, but you know your situation. You know what you went through. So take it how it resonates, but please use discernment always. You did the job right. I would actually say that you play the part perfectly, and many of you didn't even know what part you were playing until the end. You couldn't understand why you were being put in certain situations. You didn't understand it, but biblically we're called to not lean on our own understanding, but to just have faith and trust that everything is a part of God's plan, even the good and the bad, even when things look like it's not going your way, even when you're experiencing unfairness and injustice, trust that it's all a part of God's plan. And in the end, you will understand why it had to happen. You played that role so well. I mean, these people thought they were going to get you. They thought that you were the perfect prey. They thought that you were a fool. They thought that you were so naive. They thought that they could plot on you, betray you, and just get away with it. Some of them had even called other people, their affiliates, their associates, their family and friends. They had called other people to join in and to prey on you together. But what they don't understand, what they don't understand is you were bait. God was using you as bait, and you lured these people in. So now what God is about to do, you're about to be removed. Many of you, you've already been removed out of this situation. This battle was never yours to fight. God was just using you as his humble servant. That's it. And the blessing and the rewards that you're about to receive will be immense. This was never your fight. You were just a representative and an ambassador. You were a servant to God. You were his missionary. He sent you, he appointed you on this mission, and you did your part so well. And I feel like the beautiful thing about this is many of you didn't even know what was really going on, but you had faith. You didn't understand why certain things were happening to you, but you still had faith. You were still optimistic. Many of you were literally walking by faith and not by sight. You didn't understand why people were hurting you, why people were targeting you, but you said, God, I trust you anyways. And I'm still going to be guided by you. I'm still going to stay in the light. I'm not going to be tempted by these people and risk losing my salvation because I want to retaliate or because I want to revenge or because I want to throw a stone back at them. Even when you don't understand, you were still being obedient. You were still walking down that divine path that the Lord had laid out for you. And now that the job is done, you're probably like, what's next? What's next is you are going towards a new beginning. This was never your fight. You were just meant to lure these people in. Some of you guys, I did a reading not too long ago, and the moving card kept on coming out, like relocation, change. Some of you guys are literally being led, not by me, not by what I'm saying. If this message is for you, God has already given you insight. God has already given you some sort of guidance. And what I'm saying to you should just be confirmation. Many of you are being called, if this is your message, many of you are being called to move forward from this. You did your part. You played that role. Now you need to just get out of the way. It's almost like God is just coming in and scooping you out. It's like I see one person being ambushed by so many people, but now God is removing you. And those people who you lured, those people who ambushed you, they don't realize that now they're being ambushed. That was the goal. That was the point all along. Some of you attracted all the wrong people, or should I say all the right people? Let's say that, because that was the point of the mission. You were supposed to lure in the gossipers. Okay, you were supposed to lure in people who were hateful, people who were malicious and bitter and envious and jealous. You were supposed to lure in the criminals, the psychopaths, the sociopaths, the predators, the narcissists. You were supposed to lure in the betrayers, the sabotagers, the manipulators, the thieves, the robbers. You were supposed to lure them in. You were supposed to lure in the deceivers. Yes. Those who are very deceptive. That's what you were meant to do. And it's you did it so well. You did it so well. Some of you guys who were getting gang stalked, that's how you know you did it well, because groups and groups and groups of people came towards you. That was the point. You lured them all into one trap. So now God can really, truly unleash his wrath upon them. You didn't understand what was going on at the time, but I assure you, very soon, you will understand. Very soon. Hi, everyone. Y'all welcome in. Let me catch up in the chats, and then we'll continue the message. Wow. This is a really powerful message that I just channeled. Thank you, Lord. Oh, you guys are so sweet. So many people are in the chat. I'm trying to catch up with the messages. This is really the time. This is really the time that I want you guys to really, 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 really be consistent with your prayers and meditation so that you can understand what God wants you to do next. Now that you've completed the mission, you completed what you were called to do. It doesn't end here. You have your whole life ahead of you. You have other missions that you need to accomplish. This is really the season of you moving forward. Some of you it's like physical moving. Some of you may even be relocating. That's a big message that's been coming up in the readings recently. Some of you may be called to leave your job. Maybe you were at a certain company for a certain mission. Now you've accomplished that mission. Now you uprooted some sort of evil that God sent you to uproot. Maybe it's even a relationship, moving on from a relationship. There was a particular mission that you had in someone's life. moving on from friendships, moving on from people, places, and things, or even moving out of a certain location. When the mission is accomplished, you got to move forward, right? Yeah. No more waiting. No more waiting for your ships to sail in. No more waiting for an opportunity to arrive. The opportunity is already there. And many of you, you need to take that leap of faith forward so that you can receive that opportunity. Some of you need to be at a specific location before you can receive an opportunity out of your comfort zone. It's time for you to put yourself out there. You're free from this. You're done. Mission accomplished. There's nothing there for you anymore. You need to be praying to God and asking God, what's the next mission? What's the next thing you want me to do? You saw how God handled your enemies, or you're about to see it. So when you go on to this next mission, you're going to be so confident. You will confidently accomplish your next mission because you saw how God dealt with your enemies in the previous mission. Yes. You saw how you were protected. Hi, everyone. Thank you guys for coming in. If you're just now coming in, please start the live from the very beginning because I'm halfway through the message, this very powerful message. This was never your fight. Don't internalize what those people did to you. You don't know those people. They weren't meant to be in your life. It was just a mission that you were on. Next. Time to flip the page. Time to start the next chapter. Some of you are like, "Oh, I'm waiting for an opportunity to arise, you know, before I can move, before I can do something." The opportunity is there, but you have to put yourself out there to receive it. Pay attention to your dreams. Our dreams are very important. That's a gateway. That's where God really connects with us. Some of you guys are really being guided to take a particular action. I mean, I can't tell you because I'm speaking for thousands of people. But what I'm telling you is to tap in so that you don't have to rely on my messages, for guidance, but rather so for confirmation. Someone said, "Whose reading is this for?" Did I not just tell you to discern? I'm not playing with you guys today. Get with the program. All right, you guys. I'm so proud of you guys. I mean, I keep on seeing this image. Some of you guys were put in the most, like, you felt so vulnerable. You felt so targeted. You felt like just everyone was against you, but what you didn't realize is you were playing such an important role, such an important role for God. Hmm. You really lured these people in. You really did. Some of you went through certain things that you couldn't even fathom. You couldn't explain it. You're like, why are these people doing these things to me? Unwarranted. I didn't do anything to deserve this. And what you don't realize is all of the people who you lured in, you're not the first person that they did it to. They've done this to other people. They have waged war on innocent lives, and it has to stop. And it stops with you. They're targeting. Someone said, "Hi, Judah." Judah said, "These people are going crazy because I defeated them." Literally, like, these people, your enemies are assassinating each other. And I know that's a big word to use, but that's exactly what's happening. They're wiping out each other. They're stepping into the plots and traps that they set out for you. Hmm. Wow. This is what happens. What they don't realize, they thought that they were playing you, but these are people. Many of you dealt with enemies who have this God complex. They think they're so smart, but they're actually so stupid. They like to play people. They like to see people as naive. They like to take advantage of good-hearted people. But you cannot play a person of God. You can't. You can't outsmart a person of God. They have God on their side. After God deals with these people, they're going to understand that, wow, good people are not naive. Good people are not to be messed with. Being good is not a weakness. Anyone can be bad. Anyone can be evil. Anyone can be heartless, but it takes a lot of strength to be a good person. All right, you guys, this is like, I keep on hearing many of you are being guided. You're already being guided, excuse me. You're already being guided on what you need to do next. Now that this mission is accomplished, you need to move forward. But the point is how? How are you to move forward? You know what I'm saying? It's like you close that door, now another door needs to be open. But how are you supposed to like get to the right door? And this is where you really, really need to tap in. If you have to take a couple of days to fast and pray, do it. If you need to, you know, take a day off from work and just stay home and meditate in peace and to really hear the Lord's guidance for you, do it. All right? Because it's almost like for many of you, your guardian angels are telling you go, 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 go. Like the mission is done with. Go. You know what I'm saying, you guys? Hi everyone. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We have so many people in this live. So definitely start it from the beginning if you're just now coming in because I'm halfway through. This has nothing to do with you anymore. Your energy, you have been removed from this conflict, this drama, this war. You've been removed. Your presence, many of you, God moved you so far away from these people. You don't talk to them anymore. You don't associate with them anymore. Your energy isn't even present. Like some of the readings that I've been doing, I just see enemies against enemies. I don't see like an innocent person being targeted anymore. It's enemies fighting amongst themselves. That was the point. That's what you were meant to do. Lure them in and then now you're being removed. That was the point. And your enemies are learning a brutal lesson, a brutal karmic lesson because what they did to you is being done to them but 10 times worse. One of my absolutely favorite Bible verses is John 13, verse 7. You don't understand now what I am doing, but someday you will. And that's literally what having faith is. Faith is not something that you can see or something that can be really proven at the moment. Faith may not even be something that's tangible, right? That's what faith is. It's like even if it's unseen, even if you don't have clarity, even if your own, two eyes haven't seen it, you still believe it. And it's so interesting because it's almost like in the beginning of this mission, you didn't understand what was going on. But God knew that you would accomplish this mission just by being a good person. Many of you, that's all you had to do to accomplish this mission. Just be a good person, be a compassionate person, be a person of good morals and values and integrity. And you will attract all the evil, wicked, people who don't have integrity. You'll attract by being a good person, you will attract bad people. That's why God selected you for this mission because he knew your heart. He knew the goodness of your heart. I'm telling you guys, we're living in an era where wickedness has no limitation. People will hurt people for no reason. People will spite people out of no reason. People will be jealous and envious. There's some people who get so angry because of love. When they see something good happening in another person's life, they get so angry and so evil. You didn't have to do anything to attract these people. You literally just had to be a good person, and that's it. It's almost like darkness, like these people had some sort of like a dark spirit that was just hunting you down, and it's because your spirit was so clean. God was like, I have to choose. God was like, I have to choose the purest of the purest person for this mission because their purity is going to antagonize and imitate people who are impure, people who have unclean spirit. Is this making sense, you guys? It was your purity. Your purity is what made these people so angry. It's like they could just smell the goodness. They could smell, they knew that you were a person of light. They knew that you were a righteous person. You know, I always say, darkness attracts light. Like imagine being in a dark room, but then you see a little source of light. Aren't you going to go towards it? That's why when you are a person of light, you will always in some way shape or form, you will always attract darkness, dark people, places and things. And the point of the point of light attracting darkness is because light overcomes darkness always. Is this making sense, you guys? I mean, even scientifically, you know how people say, at least where I live in the South and it's hot. During the summertime, you will never catch me wearing the color black because black attracts light, you know? So darkness attracts light, but it's good that way because light is meant to illuminate the dark. Light is meant to overcome the dark. It's just it's like it's just what it is. Like I don't know if it's the law of nature, the law of the universe or something. It's just how God created it. So many of you guys who are in the light, many of you guys who are light beings, you do have a special mission, and that is to illuminate the dark. Illuminate and eliminate the dark. And you really don't have to do anything because the dark is just gonna, I don't know, it's like this darkness is just so you know, we can just kind of say that it's an obsession. But as long as you remember that light light overcomes darkness always. So as these dark people, places and things are preying on you, trying to ambush you, the closer they get to you, the more they will be illuminated and eliminated. Let your light do the fighting. You personally, you don't have to fight. It is your light. The closer they get to you, the closer they get to your light and they get eliminated and illuminated. There's a difference. There's a verse in John 1st verse 5. It says, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." My gosh. Did you guys hear that? John 1 verse 5. It says, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." That's literally it. It's just your light. And the closer they get to you, The closer they get in your light, boom, they get illuminated and eliminated. That's it. So don't be scared, don't be paranoid. So now many of you guys, you stand at the end of your journey and you're like, what's next? Are you, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to go on your next journey? Do you want to give up? I know for me, I'm excited. I'm like, what's next? Like, I'm ready to kick some butt because this is just too easy. Once you understand it, you're like, I don't have anything to worry about. This is really not my fight. This is not my battle. I attract and I eliminate. That's it. I attract and I illuminate and eliminate. And to illuminate something, it is to bring something to light. That's what you're meant to do. Some of you guys expose all sorts of dark people, places, and things. The second they started preying on you, chasing you down, hunting you, it's like you have this light around you. So when the enemy gets closer and closer, they're stepping into your light. So their darkness gets illuminated, their darkness gets brought to light. And some of you, your light is so bright that it actually eliminates darkness. It doesn't only illuminate it, but it eliminates it. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'm sorry. Just meditate on it. Somebody said, I get it now. Yes, illuminate and eliminate. That's just remember that, you guys. There's a verse here that says, it's First John verses, Peter said, now what? Now what? You need to get guidance. Like, what is the next mission that you're going to go on? The reason why I'm making this message is because some of you are still just standing there. You've accomplished the mission, move forward. It's time to literally make some changes in your life. And if this message is for you, I feel like everything that I'm saying is just confirmation. Some of you have already gotten guidance on what you need to do, whether it is you receiving a message in a dream, a prophetic dream, a vision, or you heard the voice of the Lord, or you saw something, this is just confirmation that this is your message. What was I? I was about to say something. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something. I'm just looking at the chat, you guys. I'm still here. I'm catching up on what you guys are saying. I know. Yeah, there's a lot of comments. That's what I'm just looking at it and I'm reading all of them. Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Michelle said, "Don't wish everyone to be in this journey. I swear it's not easy. It's not easy." And that's why biblically it says many are called but only few are chosen. Not everyone can do this job. But for the ones who can, I'm telling you the reward is it is a lot. God truly takes care of his servants. Yes, I was reading First John 1, verse 5. It says, "This is the message we have heard from him and announced to you that God is light, and in him there is no darkness at all." So, because I know not everyone, we're all at different stages in our spiritual journey, right? Um, and so we all have different levels of like understanding. So when I talk about light, I'm talking about God's light, the light of God, or some people say the white light of Christ. That's what I'm talking about. So people who are of God, like, and people use different terms. Some people say, I like to say light beings, or some people say light workers. I truly believe that those who are called and those who become chosen, they do have the light of God around them, so they can use that light to overcome darkness and to fight darkness. First John 1 verse 7, it says, "But if we walk in the light as he himself is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus his son cleanses us from all sins." Angel Michael is not God. Magical, what is that word? What are you guys talking about? Yeah, angels are not, I mean, personally, anyone can do what they want to do. Everyone has their own beliefs, but personally, I don't believe in praying to angels. I believe in praying in the words of the angels. Don't worship the creation, worship the creator. You pray to God and he will assign the right angels to you. There's a difference between praying in the words of the angels, using prayers that other saints used when connecting to God. There's a difference. Don't worship the creation, worship the creator. If whatever your problem is, if you pray to God about it, whatever your problem is, he will appoint the right angels to your situation. But that's just my personal beliefs. I mean, if you ask me. It's kind of like certain, like, servants of God, they can't go unless God appoints them to go, right? They don't go unless God appoints them to go. So that's just how I see it. You pray to God, he'll appoint the right angels to your situation. But if you directly go to you pray to an angel to do something, what if God doesn't appoint them to what if God does not appoint them to your situation? They won't go. That's just my personal beliefs, at least. And sometimes we're put in certain situations where we don't really know what's going on, so we don't know what we need. We don't know the kind of assistance that we need. So when you call on God, he knows the situation that you're in, and he'll bring you your rightful help. Somebody said, "Tell us more about them fighting each other." Your enemies your enemies are your enemies are assassinating each other. They're fighting amongst each other because the only reason why they came together in the first place is because you were the common interest. Not anymore. You're not present in this fight anymore. It's just them. It's just them against each other. And this is not, for many of you, this is not the season for you to really be this is not the season for you to really be stalling. Some of you have really had your season of rest. You've been resting. Maybe I feel like it got to the point where some of you could have even felt like you were being delayed. So now that you're being set free, now that you're done with this mission, move forward, you guys. Move forward, live your life. But the importance, the key here is, what are the steps? What are the necessary steps that you're supposed to make first? And the only person who can really tell you that is God. I had a dream the other day, literally like 2 nights ago. I had a dream, and in this dream, the angel of the Lord told me that where I reside is not a fertile place. It's like I was in this city or this town, and it was so dry. It was like it was a just a it was like a town, but it was empty, and there was not many people there, not many buildings. And the angel of the Lord was like, take a look around you. This is not a It's not a fertile place. And I woke up and I was like, bingo, that's my confirmation. I was like, okay, let me go ahead and get ready to move, because I've been wanting to get out of here in the first place. I've just been waiting for God to instruct me. That's why I'm saying, some of you guys, you really need to be tapped in so that when God does give you a message, you will be able to receive it. For those of you who are prophetic dreamers, make sure that you're clearing your mind of any stress, chaos. Make sure that you're getting a good rest so that when you get these dreams, you can really understand it. For those of you who are clairvoyant, clairaudient, intuitives, empaths, really make sure that you're in the right state of mind to really receive the messages that you're meant to receive. Yes, yes. Thank you, Clint. Exactly. Receive and be prepared to act. That's really, you summarized everything. You really did. this is, and again, uh before I close out the chat, um you're free, mission accomplished. You have nothing to do with those people, places, and things at all. Like you, it's like you're being called to literally move away from it, move forward, and you want to get out the way. When God unleashes his wrath on people, you don't want to be anywhere around. No matter how bad you feel, when God is disciplining someone and you try to get involved, he's going to discipline you as well. It's kind of like a parent when you see your sibling get get in trouble and then you try to get involved, or you're laughing and then your parents are like, "Okay, do you want some of this too?" You guys know what I mean. And what I want to tell you guys is, we're all, if this message is for you, each person is being called to move but differently. Just like how you had an assignment in the past, you have, I'm pretty sure you have new assignments, but the point is, what is that assignment? Where are you to be appointed to next? And the only way that you can really know that is to be really, really tapped in, you know? My next mission is going to be different from your mission. Your next mission is going to be different from your neighbor's next mission, you know? I had a close friend of mine who had to leave her job recently because things just got so hostile. You know, the work environment was not, it was not healthy for her, and there was a lot of corruption, and she was able to shine light on that corruption. There was just a lot of like things that were being done in the dark, and she really helped to bring it to light and really shook up the place because she was bringing about the truth. And she ended up leaving because she was like, you know, so much tension, I exposed everything. And you know, they did an investigation, and this and that was discovered. And I was like, yeah, you did the job, so what are you going to do next? You know, I was like, now that you did the job, there's nothing there for you anymore. And she felt it. She felt it. She was like, I shook the place up. And and I asked her, she was like, I chose to leave. They didn't fire me. I shook the place up, but I felt like I was pretty much done. There was nothing more to be done. And I was like, yeah, you finished that mission. Next. Like, start putting out your resume in other companies, you know. And she actually ended up getting three interviews, not one, not two, but three, from three different companies. Many times in life, in order for doors to open, we have to close the other door behind us, right? When one door closes, another door opens. And not everything is meant to be forever. There's going to be a certain time in life where God will literally appoint you to certain people, places, and things just for the season. But it's not meant to be a permanent thing. Once the job is done, got to move forward, start your new beginning. Mhm. Nilda Valencia said, I am retired and keep on moving. Exactly. Even if you're retired, like I said, everyone's assignment is different. You can be retired and you still have a calling on your life. There are still places and things, places that you're meant to go, and people who you're meant to meet, people who you're meant to help, maybe organizations that you're meant to create. And there's so much there's so much ahead of all of us, regardless of our age and where we're at in life. The clock really never stops ticking. And look at this. Marnie just said, someone retired helped me. See? Wow. Exactly. The missions are all different, bigger or small, but they're all prepared by God. Exactly. That was so beautifully said, Clint. Who's trolling? Someone's trolling? Let's see. You guys, I was playing. I had a random deck of cards right beside me, and I was playing with it, and look on the back. Six of Swords. Six of Swords is moving things from rough waters to calmer waters. It is moving away. Oh my gosh, wow. All right, you guys. So I'm actually about to go out and about. I'm going to take a trip, probably go and visit my family this beautiful Sunday. But thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I really do hope that you enjoyed this message. I hope it resonated. I hope it kind of, gave you a better perspective of your story. And I hope that it will give you great encouragement, wisdom, and some good guidance on how to move forward. Okay. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me this Sunday. I love all of you so much. Please take care, everyone. Be blessed.